Welcome to the 30th World Trampoline and Tumbling Championships in Daytona Beach, Florida, USA. Tonight is the top 8 athletes from 4 events of earlier preliminary competitions will be competing tonight. There'll be 4 events, 4 golds. Athletes from 41 countries around the world have come here in hopes to be a 2014 world champion.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the first finals competition of the 30th FIG World Championships.
The first event tonight will be men's double mini tramp, our mini trampoline competition. These are the top 8 men in the world who are planning to take the gold. There are 2 world champions in this event tonight, and a couple of silver medalists from former world championships. A gold medal will be awarded at the end of this competition. It's called New Life Finals. So the scores that they had in preliminaries do not count. This is all new, all fresh, start over from scratch. There'll be 8 men. They're competing in the reverse order of the competition that came earlier today. There were 2 Americans, 2 Portuguese, 2 Russians in this final. Our first competitor is from Canada. This is Janathan SCHWAIGER. The next competitor to compete will be from the United States of America, Austin White. He is the current silver medalist in the world. From South Africa is Lucky RADEBE. And the next competitor from Russia is Andrei Gladnikov. Following him would be from Portugal, Andrei Fernandez. From Russia, the next competitor is the current world champion, Mikhail ZALOMIN. From the United States will be Austin NACEY. And from Portugal, Andre Lico, who already has 2 world titles.
Gymnasts may now prepare for a competition in the men's double mini trampoline individual finals.
So the next thing you'll see is they have a chance to warm up on this equipment. The next thing to happen tonight is they will be warming up in the men's double mini final, and then after the final, it will be the women's tumbling final, then men's synchro final, and then women's trampoline final. The 8 starters tonight, again, is from Canada. Janathan SCHWAIGER will go first, and then he'll be followed by Austin White, and then from South Africa, Lucky RADEBE, and then from Russia, Andrei Gladnikov, from Portugal, Andrei Fernandez, and then Mikhail ZALOMIN, Andre NACEY, and Andre Lico. They will perform 2 passes tonight on the mini tramp. This competition has 3 potential, or 3 medalists from World Championships, and they're way at the top. It's going to be anybody's call tonight because it's New Life Finals. They're starting from scratch. Everybody starts from 0, and they're going to gain points from there. What they're going to perform tonight in each pass is 2 skills. They land on the first mini tramp, and then they land on the second, and during that time, they do 2 skills. So they either do one over the center to the second bed and then off to the mat, or they jump to the second bed, perform a skill there, and then perform their second skill off. They will do 2 of those passes tonight. They can do anything they want to do, but they cannot repeat any skills. All 4 skills must be different. That's an example of a skill going over from one bed to the other.
Go off it.
In their warm-ups, they're trying to keep their muscles warm. They've practiced their routines a million times. They can do these passes. This is all about getting the kinks out, getting themselves mentally prepared, and also getting their muscles prepared. They don't want to push it too much. It's just about keeping warm and keeping your brain fresh, getting ready to go, building up your confidence. And they're warming up in the same order that they compete, and that's so that they each have a fair or equal weight between warming up and then their turn to compete. There are 3 favorites in this event, and then there's a couple of that may surprise us. And one of the favorites right now is warming up. That's Austin White from the United States. He can potentially break a world record tonight. He has a silver medal from the World Championships in 2011. He's also on the American team, are the best in the world right now. And then Andre Lico from Portugal has 2 gold medals from past World Championships. And Mikhail ZALOMIN has also a world champion. So we have quite a loaded pack of guys right here. It can really, it can be anybody's game. The mini tramp is much smaller than the larger tramp. These guys are jumping almost 20 feet in the air and landing on a very small spot. And they have to finish solid. They have to stand up, and they have to finish showing balance and control. And see how many twists these guys are doing. And then you're going to see a lot of triple somersaults on that tiny little trampoline. Every single one of these guys has experience, and they know that their job is to stay focused, and they're trying to keep their mind on what their passes are. Now, competition's about to start, and Janathan SCHWAIGER from Canada is preparing to go. Janathan has signaled that he's ready to go, and he has 20 seconds to start. Janathan has a lot of twists in there. That's 2.5 twisting front, and that's a triple twisting back. He landed solid, maybe a little balanced, but it's good nonetheless. A lot of twists. And right on the edge of the red zone. The red zone is the penalty zone. If you step outside of that, there's a penalty. And he managed to squeak it in. I think the judges mostly, they'll be very impressed with his difficulty, but his form breaks are in his knees. His legs are not quite as straight as to get the higher scores. There's some tendencies there. So now we have, Janathan's score is a 36.5. It's a good start. He's got one more to go. This is Austin White from the United States. He is the 2011 silver medalist in this event. He should be happy with that. Fist bump. So Janathan does a 1.5 twisting double front and a double twisting double back. He's very clean. His biggest penalty is going to be that he traveled back a little far and his feet are in the yellow, and that's a 2/10 deduction. That's very nice there, and he just didn't get his shoulders up quite enough, and went to the side. Still, I mean, he's doing 2 twists and double back, and he's in straight position. That's a very difficult skill to do. 36.3 for Austin. He's in second, but there's still another pass to go. Now Lucky from South Africa is next. It's the first time he's made finals in a World Championships. Oh, back. I saw the judge hold his 2 fingers up. That meant a 2/10 deduction. He's got a lot of speed. Does a 1.5 twisting double front in pike position and then a triple back. It's way up there. And his penalty is that little step. And as we know, it's a 2/10 deduction from each judge. But he has a lot of difficulty, which is going to help him. So Lucky is, his score is 34.8. He's in third right now. And our next competitor is from Russia, Andrei Vladnikov. That was a nice pass from Andrei. It was a little, his first skill was the same one that Lucky did, except he did it in a straight position. Let's see it again. It's 1.5 twisting double front. And that is a triple twisting double back layout. The little step is a small penalty. Because his foot went in the yellow. That triple twisting double back is called a miller. And the reason it's called a miller is because the first person to ever do it was a former world champion from the 60s and the 70s named Wayne Miller. He was an American. He was from Louisiana. Our next competitor, oh wait. Andre's score is 37.4, and that puts him in the lead. Our next competitor is Andre Fernandez from Portugal. He had a very, very difficult mounting skill from the first bed to the second. Watch him. Triffus. And then a double twisting, double back. So he took his double twisting, double back, the second skill, to the side and landed in the blue, and that's a 3/10 deduction. So it's a greater deduction than landing in the yellow. So it will hurt his score. His Triffus was awful close to the springs too. It will be interesting to see what the penalty is for touching. He seemed to touch the blue mat. Yeah, I see that at 34.2, you can see how the deductions are reflected in his score. So he's in 5th at the moment. Now we have the current world champion, Mikhail ZALOMIN from Russia. Count the twists if you can. Honestly, that's even difficult for a veteran judge to know how many twists he did. He's famous for those. Okay, that was a 2.5 twisting front. 1, 2, 3, 4. Quad twisting double back. That's called a Poly Rouge. After the first person who did that, which is Dmitry Poly Rouge, who is from Belarus. He's an Olympian, and he lives in the United States. New leader, Mikhail ZALOMIN. He's clean. He does fascinating, really exciting passes. Our next competitor is from the United States, Austin NACEY. Well done. It's really clean. Don't see many penalties for that. There's a 1.5 twisting front straight, and then a Miller I mentioned earlier. That's a triple twisting double back. He does it in a straight position. His landing is really good. It's very solid. He's in the red zone, which is the safe zone. No penalties for his landing. It's Austin NACEY. 37.7 for Austin. Austin has a chance to win a medal. Just keep it up, and he's going to be on the victory stand. Our next competitor is a 2-time world champion from Portugal, Andre Lico. lost his balance, and he had to step back into the yellow. And it looked like his heels were right on the edge. And even if that just touches the yellow, there's a penalty. But since he lost his balance and stepped in it, then he did get the penalty. But that's a 2.5 twisting double front and a triple twisting double back. He took the first skill a little to the side, and that was the problem. See how close his feet were to the edge. 36.4, he's in 5th place. He's gonna have a lot of work to do to climb back up into medal contention. That was the first round, and in the lead is Mikhail ZALOMIN, then Austin NACEY, then Andrei Gladnikov, and then Janathan SCHWAIGER, Andrei Liko, Austin White, Lucky RADEBE, and Andre Fernandez. Now we got starting our second round. This is their second pass. They can do anything they want, but they can't do what they did in the first round. It has to be different. This is Janathan SCHWAIGER from Canada. Looks like he didn't know which one the judges were. There's a lot of Canadians here who are really fond of Janathan. He's getting a lot of applause. Okay, here he goes. He does a double front with a half twist in pike position, and then a triple back. Good landing, good landings. Maybe lost his balance a hair. There you go, flip his pike, triple back. Oh no, I think maybe his 1 foot was in the yellow. It's hard to tell from here, but we'll see what his score is. 34.3. Obviously that puts him in the lead because he's the only one that's done 2 passes. Next competitor is Austin White from the United States. I know his plan is to break the world record right now, so I'm crossing my fingers. See if he does it. Hey, Austin White. He did it. Wow. Wow, this is a Triffus pike, that's 3, and then it is half-inch Triffus, that's, wow, and he's solid right in the middle. That is the world record for difficulty, and he made it look easy. Wow, that's 6 somersaults. 6 somersaults on 2 skills. Here's your leader, 37.5. I think his coach was about to cry. Lucky's got his mind focused. He lucky was a little bit short on his half ventrificus. That was a triple somersault with a half on the first and half twist on the second. Didn't quite going hard enough. Just flip his part and his half ventrificus, not quite enough power. Wasn't able to get the full 3 somersaults around. So he fell on his knees. And it's questionable if you get credit for it because you're supposed to land on your feet. It looked like his knees may have hit at the same time. I know he's disappointed, but he is a great athlete and should be really proud of himself.
The score for RADEBE of the Republic of South Africa.
57.7. Unfortunately, Lucky won't be able to win a medal. But he made finals at a World Championships. Now we have Andrei Gladnikov from Russia to do his second pass. Those steps outside of the blue is a severe penalty because he traveled too far. And the stepping, that's an additional penalty. But here we go. He starts with a 1.5 twisting double front. And there's the pulley rouge again. It's the quad twisting double straight. And his shoulders are just back too far. It's hard to stand that up. It'll be tough for Andrei to get a medal. But he's a finalist. I know that he's thinking, oh, do I need to sit here? I'm not happy. He's probably a little bit, I mean, he's definitely disappointed. And probably doesn't want the camera there. But again, it's a monumental feat to make the finals at the World Championships. 72.4. That puts him in second. So there's hope. Our next competitor, and those are standing right now, Austin White, Andrei Gladnikov, Janathan SCHWAIGER, and Lucky RADEBE. Now we have Andre Fernandez from Portugal. He won't get any credit for that, unfortunately. Since he landed on the mat, unfortunately it's not counted as a skill. Let me look at it again. That's a 1.5 twisting double front. And his coach determined that he was going to go off. So he threw the mat in for safety. So his score, as you can see, is a 0, so he keeps his 34.2. There are 3 left. So staying on top is the key to the game. But these guys are the ones that have a chance to win a medal. This is the current world champion, Mikhail ZALOMIN. He's going to do a million twists again. And that's the way world champions do it. Solid. Does. Wow. 3.5 twist. And then that was a double twisting, double back. So his first skill is 3.5 twisting, double front, straight, full and flat straight, solid, perfect. There's nothing wrong with that. Perfect. It's really going to push Austin White. He's ahead now, and Austin White is in second with 78.1 for Mikhail ZALOMIN. He is a guaranteed medalist, and all Austin White can do is now wait for the next 2 guys to go. 2 to go, and one of them is his teammate, Austin NACEY, who is next. Very difficult pass. It's going to be really, really difficult for Austin to stay on top. He's not out of medal contention, but because he traveled so far on his triple back pike, his heels landed on the yellow, and as we know, that's a 210 deduction. 1/2 twist in front, triple back pike in the yellow, solid in the yellow. Just went back a little too far. Matter of fact, he was in the blue, which is a bigger deduction. He has it, and you can see it on his face. He knows. He knows he just gave away gold.
The score for Austin NACEY of USA, 36.8.
Okay. 74.5. He's in third. It's possible. He needs a 70. Andre Lico needs 72.4 to tie for bronze. 78.1. If he wants to get a gold, he has to beat that. Tough call. It's going to be a tough call. He did. He landed a little bit out of bounds, a little bit in the penalty zone. He did a very high difficulty. I think my biggest concern is his first pass was not strong enough. So adding the 2 together, I don't know. Trip his pike. That's amazing. And then he did a double twisting, double back off. Watch where his feet land, and is this going to cost him a medal? In the yellow. Let's wait for the scores. He's holding his breath. Your current leader is Mikhail ZALOMIN with a 78.1. He's standing there waiting for the scores. And the 2 Americans are holding their breath too.
The score for Andre Lico of Portugal, 37.6.
74 is his total score. He misses a medal by 1/2 point. And there's your winner. There's your winner. He's got his 2nd gold medal. And the United States has a silver and a gold. I mean, a silver and a bronze. Austin NACEY gets his first World Championship individual double mini medal, and Austin White gets his 2nd. And Austin White had to break a world record to get his silver medal. Mikhail ZALOMIN from Russia. Congratulations from the American coach. That's Georgia Drew. who was a former trampolinist. So our leader and gold medalist is Mikhail ZALOMIN from Russia, and silver medalist is Austin White from the United States, and the bronze medalist is NACEY from the United States. And Andre Lico had to settle for fourth. Mikhail ZALOMIN is a rock star. He does those twisting skills, 4 or 5, it doesn't matter. You can't even count them. And he always lands solid. And Austin White, oh my God, to do Triffus Pike, half-inch Triffus Pike, solid, world record in difficulty. And Austin NACEY is also a tumbler, so he's in the finals for tumbling, and he has a chance to make 2 medals. So the next event for the evening, the finals for women's tumbling. The 8 best women from the preliminary competition are next. The favorite in this one always has to be China's Zhai Fangfang. She's a firecracker. She's the tiniest little tumbler you ever saw, but she soars. She's amazing. She is already a world champion twice. And there's another woman in this final who's a 4-time world champion, Anna Korbeinikova. She recently retired. She had quit for a little while because she had a baby. She gave birth to a little girl. And so here she is. She's back again, hoping to win a medal. Actually, hoping to win a gold like anybody else. Anna Korbeinikova from Russia.
Your finalists qualified for the championships. Representing Great Britain, Rachel Lesh.
This is Rachel Lesh from Great Britain. She will compete first. And then from Russia, Victoria Danilenko. And then from Portugal is Beatriz Vitalio. And then Raquel Pinto, also from Portugal. And then from China, Chen Lingqi. And this is Anna Korbeinikova. She's a 4-time world champion. And then European champion, Lucy Kobeck from Great Britain. And Zhai Fangfang from China. Just like in double mini. Yes, and here's the competitors in order. Rachel Lesh from Great Britain, Victoria Danilenko from Russia, then Beatriz Botelho from Portugal, and then Raquel Pinto from Portugal. Also, China is Chen Lingqi, and then Russia, Anna Korbeinikova, and then from Great Britain, Lucy Kobeck, and then from China, Zhai Fangfang. So just like in double mini tramp, the women are going to warm up in reverse order. They're going to warm up in their competition order, which is the reverse order of their scores in preliminaries. They are going to just, get the kinks out, get their muscles warm, maybe throw their favorite trick, or maybe throw something that they feel they need a little extra work on. They do 10 skills. And the 10th one has to land in the yellow area on the mat at the end. The running mat is the running track. Sorry, is 85 feet long, and they also have a 33-foot run that they can use to build up their speed once they get to the track. This is Anna Korybenikova, who's warming up right now. She's a 4-time world champion, and she stopped for a couple of years because she gave birth to her daughter. Zhai Fanfang is the current 2-time world champion. She's a tiny, tiny powerhouse. Look at that. She gets such great height. She's the favorite to win. She's actually led the qualifying round by 3 points. They get 2 passes on the warm-up because there are 2 passes in the competition. They can do anything they want in the finals, but they cannot repeat the same skills twice. So they have 2 different passes that they do. They're going to be scored on the difficulty and the execution of it. When you're competing going last can be both an advantage and a disadvantage because you're waiting to go, and all these great tumblers are going to go before you. But at the same time, you are the one everybody's got their eyes on, and you are the one that feels the strength and power that I'm #1 in the world. So it gives you confidence to go last. They're finishing up the warm-ups. There's just a couple of more tumblers to take their warm-up run, and they are thinking about their passes. They're thinking about exactly how they've done them perfectly in the past, and that's the key, is perfect. They don't want to think about any mistakes they've ever made. They want to think about what is perfect. The warm-ups now are officially over, and they're about to start the first competitor. These are the top tumblers in the world, and with the women, you're going to see them do 2 double somersaults of some sort within their pass. There'll be one as they run down the mat, and there'll be one at the end of the mat. Your first athlete on the runway today is from Great Britain. This is Rachel Lech. And there you can see the 33-foot run that they can use. This is a good angle, a great angle.
And now ready to start the competition for senior women's tumbling individual final. For Great Britain, Rachel Lech.
The reason her coach had jumped up in the air is because she did a double twisting double back, which is big stuff. And she landed it. So she runs on the mat, and she does a whip to a double layout, and then a handspring to a double twisting double back. Handspring double layout, and then handspring full twist, double twisting double back. So wait for her score. When they count the difficulty,
The score for Rachel Letch of Great Britain, 33.8.
33.8, so that's the standard. That's what everybody wants to beat. The next competitor is from Russia.
Now for Russia, Victoria Danilenko.
From Russia, Victoria Danilenko. Victoria did something I don't think I've ever seen a woman do, and that was 3 triples in one pass. I'm sorry, 3 doubles. 3 doubles in one pass. But the walking in the back end is going to hurt her. So here we go. It's a double layout, double pike, double tuck, and that. Oh, right into the blue. Yeah, she did double layout, double pike, and here's where she had a little trouble. Double tuck. She over-rotated and took it too many steps back. So she's going to get penalized for the steps and for touching the blue. But her difficulty will be very high. I think Victoria is trying to push the limits for herself, because it is really difficult. Here's her score, 32.2, and she's behind Rachel Letch. But at some point, you really have to, go for it. And the only way you're going to get better is to do it. So it is a risk. It really is a risk to go for the big tricks. But she's obviously capable of doing it. I mean, she just suffered with her execution scores. And here's Beatriz Botelho from Portugal.
Next athlete for Portugal, Beatriz Botelho.
So she did 2 doubles in her pass. The big step, she's trying to hold the balance. She does double layout, and then whip, 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 handspring, handspring, double back pike, and a little over-rotated. She, oh, here we go. 32.7. So she's in second, which is good. And next we have her teammate, Raquel Pinto from Portugal. She only had one double somersault in that pass, but it was a big one. She did a double twisting, double back, straight. She opted to only do one double, so she really built up speed. She's building it, building and building and building and building, so she could get up high enough to do a high, strong, double twisting, double back layout. So build, 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 power, 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 and go. So she went for one big trick instead of two, but that was, like I said, double twist and double back, a lot of points for that. 33.1, that she's in second now. Rachel Lesh from Great Britain is holding the lead after three other competitors have gone.
Now for China, Chen Lingqi.
Now we have Chen Lingqi from China. Good. She'll get a small penalty for the landing. She'll probably get a small penalty too for their full twisting double back pike. Her legs were apart right before her landing. But other than that, she has good, strong lines. There we go. She needs to stay right on that line, staying straight, and wow, there we go. Double layout and full twisting double back pike. There's a high double layout. She is strong. And there's some small penalties, but otherwise, a good pass. Just like in double mini and in trampoline, you want to try to stay in a straight line. And oh, here's her score. 34.3, so now she takes the lead. And the way you keep that straight line is with the way you lead your skills with your shoulder and your shoulders and your head. Here we are right now. Chen Lingqi is in the lead. Rachel Lesh is in second, and Rachel Pinto from Portugal is in third.
Now for Russia, Anna Korbeinikova.
Then we have our world champions coming up. This is Anna Korbeinikova from Russia. Since Anna didn't land on the mat, there is a penalty for that. It's actually not a high penalty, but she's going to have other deductions because she struggled in her double layout. Let's watch it. This is real unusual for Anna. She usually never makes a mistake. She's usually solid. And she just had trouble right there. See how she doesn't get her feet underneath her quite enough, so she has to fight, fight, fight to get the length that she needs to go to get it to the landing mat at the end. So the penalties are going to be greater for the actual skills before she gets to the end than it is for not landing on the mat. So Anna's in the sixth position with a 30.5. It's going to be nearly impossible for her to win a medal. I knew she must be terribly disappointed. But she's got 4 hanging on her wall. But she's just way too far back. Okay, now we have Lucy Kobeck. This is the second to last tumbler in this first round. She did almost the exact same thing Anna did.
Lucy Kobeck of Great Britain.
Lucy is the current European champion, and she literally did almost the exact same thing that you just saw Anna Karbenikova do. It's very important to finish your full, oops, see that's where it is, to get all the way to the back, to the end of the mat, because the people competing against you are strong, and you just don't want to make a mistake. You're going to, a minor mistake right there just really messed with her. She did get her strength back, and she did a huge trick. That's a full twisting double back. So she did a good job of trying to, you know, fight through that bad landing on her double layout.
Krista, you don't have to explain from the start. Patty, can you hear me? Somebody get to Patty. She's got to be able to talk to the table. We are not. We're trying to communicate with this.
Oh, she's thinking, oh, what have I got to do now? They're trying to determine exactly where she landed, because she actually landed on the right mat, but then she hopped forward. So the judges are trying to determine how to judge this pass. So we have to wait until they figure it out. They're pointing on the monitors that they have exactly where her feet were. And they So our next competitor, which is the last one in this round, Zhai Feng, has to wait. She may be getting, you know, an extra breath. She's taking advantage of that to, you know, relax a little more. But once you're ready to go, you're ready to go. So it's a little bit of a shock to the system to have to wait. But her coach is chatting with her, trying to calm her and trying to help her. He's standing on the side of the mat, pumping her up. There he is. But if anybody can handle pressure, it's Zhai Feng. Okay, here's Lucy's score. It's a 30.9. That puts her in 6th position, 4/10 ahead of Anna. But they made the exact same mistake. Okay, here's Zhai Feng from China, 2 times world champion.
Now for China, Janathan.
There you go. I don't think that tiny little step, even though it's a penalty, is not going to hurt her. She tumbles so high. Here she goes. Round off right away into a double layout, and then she builds her strength for a second double layout. Zhai Feng is capable of doing more, but she's smart. She's doing what she knows is going to score high, and that will definitely help her. So we finished the first round. Let's see what her score was. The leader right now is at 34.3, and she's got 34.9, so she takes the lead over her teammate, Chen Lingji. Rachel Esch is in 3rd. So there you see it. Zhai Fangfang is in the lead. Chen Lingzi is in second. Rachel Lesh is in third. Lucy and Anna have a lot of work to do. And here's Rachel Lesh, who is currently in third from Great Britain. She took the same strategy as Raquel Pinto. She was in bronze medal position. It's hard to say right now if she can keep it because there's so many tumbling ahead of you. There you go, double twisting, double back. She opted to only do one double, but she built speed, built speed, built speed. There she goes, and double twisting, double back. And she does it very high, and she's going to get rewarded for that. So now she sits and she waits. She's going to set the stage. That pass got to 33.7, so her total score is 67.5. That puts her in the lead. And I don't know why she's upset, or maybe she's happy that she's got to release some energy. It's done. She's done for the week. Yep, it's an emotional release. Victoria Danlenko from Russia doing her second pass. She almost did what she almost made the same mistake that that Anna and Lucy made. The double layout seems to be giving them trouble. And when you put it in the middle of a pass, you have to over rotate slightly so you could drive it into the next skill. Let's see. I'll show you. Double layout. Push. See how she buckled? Double backpack. So watch the end. Let's see if she gets her feet into the yellow mat. It's a little tough there. Okay, go, go, go. She's building up her strength again and to do her double back pike. She stretches it back as much as she can. And yes, she's in the yellow. She landed in the yellow and took a slight there. Oh, here we go. Her total score is 63.3. And she's in second place. So Rachel Lesh is holding the lead. Okay, Beatriz Matalo from Portugal. She needs to beat 63.3 to be in third. When they land in the yellow and they step outside, there's a penalty. But if their both feet stay in the yellow, they can save that penalty. But she did get a penalty for stepping back out of the double twisting, double back. And this is another one of those passes that you've seen earlier tonight where she builds up her speed to do a big trick at the end. Look how move, fast, 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 build, 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 double twisting, double back. Watch her feet. Watch her feet when she lands. Did she step out of bounds? Nope. Whoops. It's hard to tell from here. It didn't appear as though she did. Looks like she saved herself. The score, it'll be reflected in her score. 65.6, she's in second, so she did not step out of the yellow box. So now Rachel Lesh still holds the lead. And she's got 4 more tumblers to bear through. And this is Raquel Pinto from Portugal. Okay, she had the exact same pass. She had the exact same pass. She opted to do 1 double, but it was a big one. The difference between her first double twisting double back and this one is the position. So she builds speed, builds speed, builds speed, double twisting double back, and she lands in the yellow. Tiny step. But as you see, this double twisting double back, her knees are bent. It's called puck because it's a cross between tuck and pike, which is allowed in multiple twisting, multiple somersaults, but not in singles. So will Rachel stay on top? No. Yes, Rachel Lesh stays on top. So Rachel Lesh stays in the lead at 67.5, and Raquel Pinto is in second with 66.1, and her teammate is in third. There's 4 more to go. Chinling Chi from China. She did something different. I bet she has an artistic gymnastics background. She did 2 full twisting double somersaults. 1 in the middle and 1 at the end. Both of them are the same though. The full twist is in the first somersault of the 2. So here goes the first one. It's a cross between a full and back out. And another full twisting double back. Well, it's a cross between a full and back out and a half out. I think they're going to call it full and back out. It depends on where the second half twist is. It's all technical. I'll let the judges decide. But she will get credit for the difficulty. And she had a strong pass. 33.0, 67.3. She's in second. Rachel Lesh just keeps climbing the ladder. Next up is Anna Korobeynikova. And Anna had a very difficult first pass, so she's got a lot of work to do on this pass. It's going to be near impossible, but if anybody can do it, it's Anna Korobeynikova. Her first double was a back and full out straight, which is extremely high difficulty. She was slightly short on it. And then her last skill was a double back tuck, and she did land in the yellow in the right area. So here she goes. So here is the full back out layout. She's a little trouble there, and then double back tuck. Almost felt like she was going to give up. There it is, a double double back straight, and then double back tuck. She's pulling it tight. She's going to get, penalized for not getting enough somersaults around. So she's in 6th place. I think she would be disappointed, but on the other hand, she took 2 years off, and Rachel Lesh, on the other hand, sat down after her pass and has waited and waited and waited, and she's a guaranteed medal now. This is Lucy Colbeck from Great Britain. who also struggled in the first round. So let's see if she can fight through and get the extra points she needs to keep her medal. She's disappointed. She started off really good. I was surprised that she landed on her knees. So there's our leader, Rachel Lesh from Great Britain. Not only is she guaranteed a medal, she is guaranteed a silver. Oh, right. She's guaranteed a silver and possibly a gold. Double layouts, really good, really good. But then she just starts to lose speed and full and full out straight. Just not enough power, and it looked like she was going to have a great pass. But right there, she had a little trouble, but she built it back up. Full and full out straight, and just not enough rotation. She will get credit for that last skill, but she's penalized heavily for landing on her knees. The European champion is disappointed, and she probably won't get a medal. Yet her teammate is in contention for silver, possibly a gold. And then the judges are trying to decide if her last skill was counted or not, when she landed on her feet first or her knee. Okay.
Score for Lucy Colbeck of Great Britain, 29.1.
60.0, she's in 7th. And there's our leader still, Rachel Lesh. Rachel Lesh, Chen Ji, and Raquel Pinto.
Now for China,
Zhafang Fang. She had a commanding lead going into this. Wow, I have never, ever seen her make a mistake. Wow, that was, and it was so good. There's Rachel Lesh sat there and climbed from 8th to 1st. Rachel Lesh from Great Britain is the new world tumbling champion for women. Janathan Fang, she starts beautifully. A perfect full twisting double back. I can't figure out what she did wrong. She's perfect. Look at this, perfect. And then, I wonder, I don't know. I can't figure out what she won. 60.9. Rachel Lesh, world champion from Great Britain.
Getting fit. Getting.
That's her team.
You fist up, got up the baby. Okay, okay.
And there it is, Rachel Lesh, the world champion. China, Zhang Jing in 2nd. And Portugal's Raquel Pinto in 3rd. It's a disappointment for Anna Krajbenikova and Janathan Fang. It's rather shocking, but Rachel Lesh was awesome. We finished our first 2 finals in the World Trampoline Championships in 2014, and we're getting ready to award the medals. We'll be awarding medals to the men's double mini and women's tumbling. Rachel's getting a standing ovation from her teammates. There's the Portuguese. They're very excited about their bronze medal. There's Raquel Pinto pumping her fists. And that's her team. And the flags of some of the countries that are here. There's 41 countries here in Daytona. So tonight we saw world champions double their gold medal collection, and we saw some of them take a fall. And it was shocking in the women's tumbling to see 2 world champions stumble. But it's exciting to see a young woman from Great Britain climb to the top and win gold. And in the men's, we have Mikhail ZALOMIN winning again, a gold, and Austin White breaking a world record for difficulty with a beautiful Triffus pike, hyphen Triffus pike, 6 somersaults with 1.5 twists in one pass. And the great teammate, Austin NACEY. And there they are.
The third place winner. The winner of the bronze medal for USA, Austin NACEY.
United States, Austin NACEY. His first individual world medal in the double mini tramp event.
USA, Austin White.
And his teammate Austin White, United States of America, his second silver medal in a World Championships. That's 2 medals for the United States.
Winner of the gold medal and world champion for Russia, Mikhail ZALOMIN.
Mikhail ZALOMIN. He's got another gold medal to hang on his wall from Russia.
The gold medal is presented by FIG member Wolfgang Willem.
These guys.
The silver medal is presented by Trampoline Athletes representative Nuno Marino. And the bronze medal will be presented by USA Gymnastics chairman Peter Vidmar.
One of the gentlemen giving out a medal is Olympic gymnast Peter Vidmar. And here's the Portuguese anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and honor the national anthem of our champion from Russia. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, the medalist for men's double mini trampoline.
This is the best double mini trampoline men in the world, and well deserved. So that ends the first ceremony of the competition, and the next one will be for women's tumbling. Here they come, the medalists in women's tumbling.
Women's tumbling. Third place and winner of the bronze medal from Portugal, Raquel Pinto.
This is Raquel Pinto.
Second place and winner
The first medal
of the
Portugal has
silver
gotten in tumbling.
from China, Chen-Ling Chi.
And then Chang-Ling Chi from
First
China.
place, winner of the gold medal and world champion for Great Britain, Rachel Lesh.
Well done, Rachel.
Will be presented by FIG member Peter Goodmore. The silver medal is presented by technical committee member NACEY.
Again, Peter Goodmore is giving the gold medal to Rachel Lesh. If you remember him, the Olympian. She is astonished with herself and proud. And she has the ability. She did it. And I think she has the ability to even do it again.
Bronze medal, USA Gymnastics Vice Chairman Paul Carilla. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please stand and honor the national anthem of our champion from Great Britain.
This is a big night for Rachel Lesh from Great Britain. It's a big night for Raquel Pinto and for Chen Qingping to have their first medals in tumbling, Portugal's first medal. And Rachel Lesh just sitting and waiting. Now we have the finals for the men's synchronized trampoline event. These are the top 8 pairs from the qualification round that was earlier today. And the current world champions, well, there's 2 world champion teams that are in this final, Dong Dong and Chao Tu from China, and the Japanese team, Ito Misaki and Yumaya Yashihiro, are also world champions. We have some brothers from Australia, Ty and Sean Swaddling. And actually the brothers are in 3rd contention right now. So from Kazakhstan, Piramad Agyev and Rafael Pachanyanga. And then from Artur and Tomas, it's easier to see. And the American Alexei Sosta and Jeffrey Gluckstein. Our next competitors from Belarus are Rastislav Goncharov and Nikolai Kazak. And then New Zealand is Kieran Tui, and Dylan Schmidt. Dylan is the current youth Olympic champion. And the 2 brothers from Australia, Ty and Sean Swaddling. Masaki Ito and Yashiro Yumaya. Dong Dong and Tu Chao. Those top 2 teams. Top 2 teams are the best. So the first team to go will be the team from Kazakhstan, and then Poland, and then United States. Belarus, New Zealand, Australia, Japan, and China. So the Kazakhstan team will warm up first. As in the other events, they warm up in their order of competition. In synchronized, there are two athletes on two separate trampolines, and the idea is to perform a routine that looks like a mirror image of each other. So they're going to do the exact same routine at the same height. And ideally, they'll also try to perform their skills as similar to each other as possible. And they're going to get an additional score. They're going to get, each athlete will get a score for their own personal execution. And then there'll be the difficulty score and a synchronization score. And there's a machine attached to the bed of the trampoline that actually calculates that score. And it calculates the amount of time between each trampolinist when they land. So if it goes, you know, tap, tap, it'll recognize that and it'll take off a 10th. Warming up. Next is the team from Poland. So that's a good example of good synchronization, what you just saw there. They do the same 10 skills, just like as an individual trampolinist. And their execution scores is just like individual trampolining. And the difficulty score is also calculated the same. This is the American team that's warming up right now. Alexei Sostek and Jeffrey Gluckstein. Jeffrey Gluckstein, his brother, is in the sport. He's a national champion. They're both national champions. And Alexei this is his first competition on the world team. His father was also named Alexei Sostek, was on the Olympic gymnastics team in 1996 and 2000. His coach is also an Olympic champion, Dmitry Polyrush. For Alexei, he's young, and he just took a little spill in his warm-up. He's got to shake that off because there's no more warm-ups. He has to get himself mentally ready to go. And there's an advantage and a disadvantage. You could say, oh, well, I got that out of my system. Well, next time's going to be better. Or it could, you know, mess with his mind a little bit. But he's a smart kid. He's going to think, I got that out of my system. What makes synchro different from an individual trampolining is that you rely on your partner, and you are the partner as well. So you have a responsibility to him as much as he does to you. And so it's a we're doing this together mentality. You'll find that one trampolinist may not do well and mess up their team, but you can't get upset because you know that the next time it could be you. So there's a bond between synchronized partners. For some people, they thrive on synchronization and they prefer to do, you know, synchro routines. And I think it's because they're not alone. And then there's those types who prefer to take full responsibility for their performances, and they're a little bit stronger in individual trampoline. But there are some of the top trampolinists in the world are also excellent in synchronizing. Synchronizing, you kind of have to be a little bit conservative, take your height down a hair, and your difficulty down just a hair, so that both partners are confident with the skills that they need to perform. And here's Misaki Ito and Yasuhiro Oyama. They're world champions. Actually, they're current world champions. The Japanese thrive in synchro. They do really well. signal to each other when they're going to start. They get the signal, and then they count to 2 or 3, and then they go. And the signal varies between teams. It's a preference. Some of them will call out hop or now. Years ago, we used to clap our hands in the right when you're ready to. You know, this is what I'm prepared now. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, go. Yes, the final team is Dong Dong and Chao Tu. They're also former world champions, and they throw a lot of difficulty because they're individually very capable of doing over 17. So, you know, why not go for it? So they do. 17, by the way, is a very high number, very high amount of difficulty. That's counting all the twists and flips that an athlete does and the positions. This is New Life Finals, so they're starting from scratch again, and whatever score they get tonight, that's it. And that's going to determine who wins the gold, the silver, and the bronze. They've all warmed up, and they're getting ready to go. And this is the Kazakhstan team. They're very strong athletes in it, but they're much better at synchro. They do a good job with synchro, these guys, Rafael and Hamamad. So they salute the judges, and then this is how they start. They start together. They're going to signal to the other when to start jumping. So they're gathering their thoughts. Okay, they see each other and they're ready. They signal to each other to stop, and they have their own signal for that, and that's just they're having trouble getting their synchronizing. They have a minute to start their routine. After that, there's penalties. Now, if they haven't performed a skill, once they perform a skill, though, their routine is being judged. But these two gentlemen have not started their skill, so they're gathering their thoughts, and they're going to start again. So it's a little hard to hear from here, but it sounded like they called to go, and then one of the others called to stop. And now they're giving it, they're starting again. Synchro. It was a challenge. Both guys, actually on their second skill, they both looked like they made the same mistake by traveling back, but what it did is they got out of sync when they did that. And the fight to get back, you're listening to your partner when he lands. You can hear it, and also you can sort of feel him on the side of you. And so you have to adjust your height. The trick is, do I adjust it down or do I adjust it up? And if you're really far off like they are, sometimes it's hard to figure out, am I higher or is he higher? So they're struggling to get back, but they eventually do. on the last skill. So they were in sync on the first and last skill. So here they go. That's a 1.5 twisting double front pike, and then they're way off here. And they're so far off, they're having a hard time figuring out how to get back together. The synchro machine is calculating all of that time between each trampolinist landing. So they'll have a low score for synchro.
The score for the pair representing Kazakhstan, 42.3.
So their total score is 42.3. And that puts them in the lead because they're the first team to go. Now we have the team from Poland.
Now for Poland, Artur Zakrzewski and Tomasz Adamczyk.
It's Artur Zakrzewski and Tomasz Adamczyk. Good job. What I like about those two guys is they're so perfectly matched. They even, finish their skills at the same time. They're even the same size. So that was beautifully done. That's classic synchronization. Triffus pike. So see how they're landing at the same time, but even their legs go up in the air exact same time. They finish their skills exactly the same. And that will reflect well in their scores. Nicely done. Look at that, see? And boom. Their legs are together. Boom. Nice. 49.4. Our next competitors are from the United States. It's Jeffrey Gottstein and Alexei Stostek.
And now pair number 1 for USA, Jeffrey Gottstein and Alexei Stostek.
Called it off. Okay, here they go again. Nope. Stop. It looked like Alexei didn't feel balanced enough, so he's going to sit and wait. When either athlete can call off the bounce when they're out of balance, because they're the ones who know that they're in trouble, so they call it out. Or call it off. And they do that with an audible, stop or hup, or, they have their own signal that they use. And so their start technique is to start on the blue and they walk on together. There we go. That's how they start. That looks good. So when either of the competitors touches any of the blue mat of the spring, the routine is terminated. So the other competitor has no need to keep jumping. And as you can see, they, you know, Jeffrey gave Alexei a pat on the back because, you know, things happen. And next time they'll do better. Here we go. Triffus pike, half in Triffus, and that's where Alexei's in trouble. And then another Triffus. And here's another thing that makes synchro difficult. You can't substitute. You have to do what your teammate's doing. So if he's in trouble there, he's got to do the next skill. If he were just individual, he could say, oh, I'm not going to do a triple, I'm going to do a double here and save myself. But he can't make that choice. Yes, that's how a team works. Jeffrey is, you know, giving Alexei a tap on the knee. It's okay. It's okay. And Alexei's upset. The score is 9.8 and in third place. So our next team is from Belarus. It's Nikolai Kazak and Yaroslav Kacharu. Yaroslav is a European champion. I think that was going to be on par, similar score to the team from the leading team. They were a little off, a little tap, if you will, in the synchro, but they're so clean. They're going to get really good execution scores. And all of these things are added together. So they have a very high difficulty. And they get off about right here. Yeah, pop, pop. And then they tap, tap, and then they get back together. Then there's another couple, the last two, they're slightly off. But it was minor. Lack of synchro, but it was, you know, it will affect the score slightly. Very, very clean. They're waiting for the score, like Vladislav crossing his fingers. And he is the one crossing his fingers. He is the current European champion. 49.6 puts them in the lead. Yep, he's got 4 more to go. This team from New Zealand is Dylan Schmidt, who's Dylan is the shorter one, and then Kieran Tuhi from New Zealand. And Dylan is the current Olympic youth champion. So the routine was terminated when Kieran took a spill. Dylan's had a very, very good competition. He's really impressed a lot of people. He is in semifinals tomorrow. And there you go. He's like, it's okay, buddy. It's okay. The trip is pike. And right here, oh, that's where, and again, he can't just make a decision to change the routine. He's going for it. He's going for it because he has a teammate who depends on him. But that's where Kieran started having problems. He's explaining to his coach what he think happened. So their total score is 14.9, and they're in fourth position right now.
Made the final, eh? Well done. A lot to be positive about still.
Okay, here we go. So Belarus is in the lead, the team from Poland, and then Kazakhstan. It's a big deal for Kazakhstan. That's good. So now we have brothers from Australia, Ty Swaddling and Sean Swaddling. Free to go. Ty is the one with the head shake, and he recently got married. So they'll be scored out of 9. But they were off synchro only in the middle, when they got it back together towards the end.
Sorry, man.
It's Sean. Okay, so they're off to a good start. Nice Trippus pike. Nice half and F out pike. They started to get off right here. Where Ty is much higher and Sean is struggling to go up. And there, they're back together. But, so they're back together on the 9th skill, but the 10th skill isn't even counted, so. That last skill was a big skill. That was a triple twisting double back.
A little bit out in the middle there.
The score for the pair from Australia.
You know, you'll learn from that.
40.8, that puts him in 4th place.
Okay. Lovely.
Belarus is guaranteed a medal. Here's the current world champions. Masaki, sorry, and Ishiro Fuyama from Japan. Both guys are veteran competitors. Clean, nice. All right. They were off in synchro in the middle, but their difficulty was high, and their form is really good. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. I wouldn't want to be a judge right now. I don't know who's going to take the lead. 49.6 is what they have to beat. These guys start with 3 triple somersaults in a row. And they're such a good pair, but they're off right here. And there, they're back together. And they also end a routine with the Miller. But you see how they kick their legs out exactly the same time. They even do that on the triples, which is very impressive. And that slight bobble on the outbounce, he's not going to get penalized for that. So let's see if they beat the score. They're crossing their fingers.
The pair from Japan,
49.1. Wow, they're in third. They're in third. They can still get a medal. They can still get a medal. But Dong Dong and Chao Tu rarely make mistakes. So there it is, Belarus, Poland, Japan, and Kazakhstan. Let's say you hear them whistle while they're jumping. They're just getting the O2 in, oxygen in, oxygen out. Here's some world champions right here. I think they already have maybe 2, 3 gold medals in World Synchro. They have some incredibly high difficulty. Watch their first skill. It's a triple with 1.5 twists and piked. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that one was good. It's interesting. These are the guys that are in the lead. They're like crossing their fingers that they stay in the lead. Let's see what Tu Chao and Dong Dong scores. That's that Rudy out Trifus, massive big trick. And here's another triple. And then that's a breather skill, the back pipe. That's a bit unusual. And then another triple. But their synchro is right on. Right on. It was great synchro. There's a little bit of travel, so it'll be interesting to see what the scores are. Zhao Chu's excited. Crossing fingers.
Score for the men's pair from China,
51.7. They are the new 2014 World Champions in men's synchronized. It's Zhao Chu and Dong Dong. They won by 2 points. There they are. China in first with the gold. Belarus with the silver, and Poland with the bronze. That's, I think, a first for Belarus. No, for Poland for sure. That's a big win for the team from China. It's a big silver and a big bronze for Belarus and Poland too. These two guys have been here many times. They win a lot of meets, but you never get tired of winning. World Championships women's trampoline final is coming up next. These are the top 8 women from the semifinals who competed earlier today. Here comes the women's trampoline finalists. They are going to do a 10-skill routine. It's new life finals, so the score they have in semis doesn't exist anymore. They start from scratch, and they all have a chance to win. The 10 skills are judged on their execution, their time of flight, and their difficulty. We have 2 European champions and an Olympic champion in this final. So here's one of the European champions, Tatiana Petrinia. Is Canada, Samantha Smith. There's Sam. Catherine Driscoll, always a favorite. Everybody loves Kat. Anna Garnata, who's a European champion. Zhang Qingping, veteran from China. Marina Kundis from Russia. Olympic champion Rosie McLennan. And Liu Lingling, the new member of the Chinese team.
Gymnastics for tonight's championships competition.
Here he goes. The reverse order of their scores from semifinals is how they're competing. So Tatiana Petrinia had the 8th highest score. Then Sam Stewart. The favorite is Rosie McLennan. Zhang Xingping could be a good one, but I really am going to watch Liu Lingling because her semifinal routine was awesome. So the women are going to get their one-touch warm-up where they are going to, warm up their muscles and their mind and get through their tricky parts of their routine. And they will do, their routines are 10 consecutive skills. So as soon as they land, just like in synchronized, they start, as you just saw earlier, they start the next, land on one skill, start the next skill. The Chinese have two very strong women. Either one of them could win, but Olympic champion Rosie McLennan always pulls out all the stops. So that's Liu Lingling. She is in the lead, and so she will jump last. This is the first time I've seen her, so it's the first time she's been in a World Champions, and there she is in the lead. Kat Driscoll is a veteran. She's incredibly strong, incredibly good athlete who could also win this, really. The execution of these routines, the judges are looking for the same thing. As they have to be finish their skills at the peak of the move by extending their legs and staying as straight as possible until they land. And they need to have straight legs, pointed toes, a good line. We're always looking for a good line. And those machines that calculate synchronization are still, they use those same machines to judge the time of flight. So it picks up when the athlete is at the bottom of the bounce, and it times each time the athlete lands in the bottom of the bounce. This is veteran Zhang Qingping from China. She has already medals from World Championships and Olympics. She's powerful and consistent and confident. she throws some big tricks too. The big tricks for the women are triples. And here comes Rosie. So Rosie may, I don't know what her choice has been, but she has been practicing 3 triples in a row. You notice that there are 2 trampolines that the women are training on. They have a slightly different feel, and the gymnasts can choose between the 2 that they like the best, that conforms to the way they like to bounce. The bed is made of nylon and the springs are made of steel. The mechanics of those materials vary from bed to bed and springs to spring. It's ever so slight. When you're at their level, you feel the slightest difference. And you have a favorite. You say, oh, I perform on this one better. Some of them pop you out of the bed quicker. Some of them you can stay down in the bed longer. It depends on what your preference is. When they're in training all week, they're given an opportunity to work on these exact trampolines. So they know which ones, by this point, they know which ones is their favorite. And Rosie just practiced her, 3 triples, so we'll see. This is Luling Ling, just astonished during the semis. She did a beautiful routine, extremely high, and she is leading right now. And I would say she's a favorite. This is a beautiful performer. I think the thing that she knows herself, so she's just not pushing it, but so that she can maintain her time of flight. And that ends the warm-ups for the women's final, an individual trampoline event. So here is the 2013 European champion, Tatiana Petronio. Tatiana is going to open with a triple pike. That's a triple front, half twist on the third. Straight legs. A good routine. She maintained her height in the first half, dropped it a little bit in the second half, but it was still very high and clean. There's her triple pike. And see how she's still way up there. And then right after this one, she loses a little bit of height. It's a little crooked, which is why it's hard for her to push her height back up. But she ends with a big double twisting double back that was half in the first, 1.5 in the second. The cushy part is right in the middle of the trampoline. You want to be there because that's where you're going to get your maximum height. It's also the safest place to be. But that's where you get your maximum height.
The score for Tatiana of Belarus.
So Tatiana starts the night off with a 53.555. That's actually really high. So she sets a standard.
Now for Canada, Samantha Smith.
This is Sam Smith from Canada. She has the ability to pack in a lot of big tricks. She also starts with the Triffus pike. Second Triffus. That's a good routine for Sam. She had 2 Triffuses, which will reflect on her difficulty score. She has a lot of multiple twisting doubles in there too. And there's a Triffus pike. Half out pike, and another Triffus right there. And a double twisting double back right after it. That's big stuff. She's getting ready for her dismount, 4.5, and full out straight.
Score for Samantha Smith of Canada, 52.1.
52.1. So Tatiana Petrinia stays in the lead, and Sam Smith is in second. Next is Kat Driscoll.
Catherine Driscoll.
Kat's an Olympian. She's been world champion. She's World Cup champion. She's done it all in her career. Nice. Kat maintained her height all the way through that routine. When you maintain your height, it's easier to keep your form and keep those lines. She traveled a little bit, but she still stayed way up there. So she's going to have a good time of flight score. And she does 2 Triffuses. There's one, and then here's the other. That's big stuff for women. Nice throw it back. And full out straight. Look at that. That's a very that's high time of flight, and she's pushing 20 feet. She's going over 20 feet. And she's maintaining it. Arms drive up. See how she gets way up there? Arms, look at them. And drive straight up. And of course, she's pushing. The amount of G-forces that go into that would blow your mind.
Composed as well. Yeah. I think that was
So the judges are talking about her time of flight.
Up on the side, and then I heard someone shout higher, and I was like, oh, it did. Yeah, on double tap. Yeah.
It might be it. They're looking at the video. So it'll be a second here.
I just tried that to look. I can't stand it. Yeah. Or just at the screen. I can't stand it at the screen. It's always my score. It takes ages to come off as well.
Okay, they're watching a replay. These are judges watching the replay. So they're looking to determine what her score would be. They're having a debate on exactly what she did. So they're looking close, looking for something very specific. I don't think Kat really knows what they're looking for.
did think that when I got on the semi-finals, that I was on for ages. Yeah.
Hana waits.
Like I think I've achieved what I wanted in that. Like I know I could really have done. Yeah. I definitely know I can definitely do better routines than I have. But the first time I've actually done exactly.
This judge is looking at the bottom of the trampoline to see where the bottom of the bounce is. The technical difficulty with the time of flight. The time of flight is what it is. It's how high you're in the air. So there's a technical problem with the machine or with the monitor. It's a nice routine. So Hana is waiting for her turn. She was ready to go. She was on the trampoline, ready to go. But now it's undetermined about how long her wait will be, so she just stepped off to collect herself while she waits for her turn to go. So the technical judges need to decide what to do.
It's because I was that high, you think. Because I was that high.
And St. Vincent Sports Performance.
Okay, I think we're getting close to a decision on what her score would be.
Just on the side.
And they're entering their scores.
Oh,
it's 53.56, and very much worth the wait for Kat Driscoll because she's in the lead. 5 to go. She can sit on the side and just wait. So now we have Anna Gorchynuk from Belarus. She is the European champion. Clean and consistent as usual. Anna's difficulty is not as much as the other competitors, but she's so high and she's so clean, and that's her strength. So she plays to it. Her height was consistent the entire routine, and it is way up there. She's clean, 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 and that's her full and full out straight. There was only a tiny bit of travel, but on the whole, it was a really solid, really nice routine. She takes the lead, 53.975. Four to go. Xingping from China. the veteran of the Chinese team. And she starts her routine with the Triffus pike. There you go. Her 10 are done. Just a lot of difficulty. She does 2 triples. Anna Hartonek, the leader, is at 53.975, and Zhang Qingping needs to beat that. Well, and she got a little bit to the side, so it affected her height of hair in Russia. It's the first time she's on the big stage like this in this position, and it'd be interesting to see if she keeps her cool. She's a really talented and a really beautiful trampolinist. So far, so good. She's disappointed. She started off beautifully until about her 5th skill. She broke form, and it's tough to get back in that. It's a little, oh, just the travel. That's right. She went towards the end, and then she had to fight to get it back, and she started to lose form. That's a beautiful Triffus pike. Half and Rudy out, a little to the side. Maybe that was what the problem was. And then she did her Triffus, and she got back on track. So here's another problem right there. Yeah, she's breaking form. Side to side travel. She did her 10 though, so her difficulty score will not be affected, but her time of flight and her execution scores will be. See that knee bend there? And she's over-rotated there.
The score for
She did really, really, really well for making finals at World Championships. She's ranked 5th with a score of 52.56. She's 19 years old. Here's Rosie McLennan. She is the Olympic and world champion. So Rosie was practicing her 3 triples, which is Triffus pike, half in Triffus, which is half on the first, half on the third, and then Triffus tuck. After that is a cakewalk for Rosie. So let's see if she does it. If she does, she'll be the first woman in the world to do 3 triples in a row in a competition, in a world competition. Did it. Wow. Current leader. Waiting to see what Rosie's score is. Here she goes, Triffus Pike. Half in Triffus, and another triple. It's the first woman to ever do that. She has very high difficulty and very high time of flight. It's possible she could take the lead. It's possible. She had a little travel, but she's getting all those points for the difficulty.
The score for Rosanna McLennan of
Yep, she took the lead. 55.13. It's a tall order for Lu Ling, who's new to this world stage. But Lu Ling from China is the last competitor in this World Championships women's individual trampolining. Wow. If it's a routine like that, that put her in the lead the first time. But with Rosie's 3 triples, it's hard to say. But Lu Ling, her advantage was that she was consistently high. She had very little travel. Mostly she stayed right in the center. She has to beat 55.13 to win this championships. Very clean, very solid routine. That's a Triffus Pike. Nice position, nice extension there, nice lines. 1.5 twisting double front. That's right. Rosie is the current leader, and we're waiting for a Lu Ling's score. Nobody knows. With time of flight, it's really hard to tell. Here we go. Oh my God, she won. 55.99. The young Lu Ling. She's 20 years old, from China. She beat the Olympic champion, Rosie McLennan. But Rosie made history tonight. 3 triples in a row. Kat Driscoll hugs all around. And the Lu Ling winning 55.99. And Olympic champion Rosie McLennan 55.13, and European champion Anna Hortana in 3rd with 53.975. And Kat Driscoll in 4th. And this is Lu Ling, the young new member of the Chinese team, going home with a gold medal around her neck. I am really pleased and excited to see Rosie do her 3 triples and make history. It's also just exciting to see a young woman perform like she's a veteran, like she's been doing this for 30 or 40 years. and Mu Ling Ling. I also really love and proud of Kat Driscoll. She's very popular, and she has maintained a long career of winning and staying on top. Getting ready for the final medal ceremonies for tonight. And the two events we're giving medals out is men's synchronized and women's individual trampoline. Now we're getting ready for the medal ceremony for the men's synchronized.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the award ceremony for men's synchronized trampoline championship. Third place and winner of the bronze medal.
The Chinese are always expected to be on top, but the Polish team and the Belarus team should be really pulled off some great performances. And actually, this team from Poland set the stage. Their kickouts were perfect. They looked like a mirror. They were a beautiful team. Those are silver medalists from Belarus. And here are Chinese champions, Gongdong and Tu Chao. It's a picture of youth on one side and veterans on the other, between Belarus and China.
The silver medal is presented by Trampoline Technical Committee member CEO. And the bronze medal will be presented by FIT honorary member and FIT auditor.
Dongdong and Chao Tu have won, I don't know, 2 or 3 world championships. But this Vladislav Koncharu, the young fella from Belarus, he's going to be a star.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please stand and honor the national anthem of our champions from China.
big win, big medals for Poland, Belarus, and China.
For men's synchronized trampoline.
The men's synchronized trampoline champions for 2014. There's 6 of them on stage. They have to stand sideways.
Congratulations once again to the medalists for men's synchronized trampoline.
They're big. We have one more award ceremony for the evening, and it's
now,
women's
ladies and gentlemen,
individual
the award ceremony
trampoline.
for women's individual trampoline.
There they are. They were definitely the
Third place and
strongest
winner
tonight.
of the bronze medal. Representing
European champion,
Belarus,
Anna
Borchina.
Artana. She opted not to do any triples. She played it clean, played it smart,
Silver medal.
and it paid off.
Canada, Rosanna McLennan.
And Rosie McLennan made history tonight with 3 triples. She has some golds, but she also has some silvers as well, so she has quite a collection.
For China, Liu Lingling.
And Liu Lingling, the 20-year-old from China,
The gold medal is
took the day
trampoline
with her
technical
extraordinary
committee member, Horst Kunz, the
performance.
president of the technical committee. Trampoline technical committee member Christoph Lambert. And FIT honorary member and FIT auditor Ron Froelich.
He's gonna call home, Mom, I got a gold.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and honor the national anthem of our champion from China.
This is the up and coming and the veterans. Future. The future and the veterans. So these are our winners for the men's double mini tramp. Mikhail ZALOMIN, Austin White, and Austin NACEY. And the tumbling. And the tumbling champions for women were Rachel Letch from Great Britain, Chen Qingping from China, and Raquel Pinto from Portugal. And the men's synchros champions are from China, Belarus, and Poland. And the Japanese were 4th by 0.3 of a point. And Liu Lingling from China Rosie McLennan and Hannah Harchanak are their medalists for tonight's World Championships. We're seeing a new generation and an old generation, and we also saw records broken, Austin White and Rosie, and we also saw some surprises with Zhaifeng Fang and Anna Karbenikova not making their passes. But then there's Rachel Lesh just waiting in the wings, and there she was able to take home a gold medal. It was an exciting night for the 30th World Trampoline and Tumbling Championships. This happens to be the 50th anniversary of the first World Trampoline Championships that were held in 1964 in London. And that's it for tonight's session of the World Trampoline and Tumbling Championships in Daytona Beach, Florida, in the beautiful Ocean Center. Portugal's first medal. For the team from China. This is the